There are many reasons why a hit show is suddenly canceled, and Pawn Stars is no exception. An American reality television series shown on History and produced by Leftfield Pictures, Pawn Stars has become the highest-rated show on the network today. However, after 7 years and 12 seasons, Pawn Stars is showing signs of stopping because of a series of conflicts that make fans extremely worried. To know more clearly the reasons why Pawn Stars were destroyed, watch this video until the end. The storylines repeatedly tread the same sorrowful path. Pawn Stars initially presented itself as a fitting addition to the History Channel's lineup. The concept was straightforward yet educational. Sellers would bring in historically significant items, and Rick, the shop's owner, would delve into their historical context. This format provided viewers with intriguing insights into various artifacts, making each episode a mini-history lesson. However, as time passed, the show's focus shifted dramatically. This change is a classic example of network decay, where a TV show gradually strays from its original premise, often to attract a broader audience. For Pawn Stars, this meant moving away from its historical and educational roots toward the more sensationalist elements, typical of reality TV. The show's dynamic evolved into one dominated by family squabbles and interpersonal drama, reminiscent of the kind seen in shows like Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Episodes started featuring routine patterns. The old man would grumble about something, triggering a mix of sarcastic and age-related remarks from Rick and Corey, and Chumleys would often play the role of comic relief to ease the tension. The educational aspect of the show, once its cornerstone, became a mere footnote. Items brought into the shop were still accompanied by a brief historical factoid, but this was quickly overshadowed by the ongoing drama among the cast members. The focus was no longer on the antiques and their stories, but on the family dynamics and the often foolish interactions between the members. It has reduced its characters to mere caricatures and crossed into the realm of the absurd. As television shows progress through multiple seasons, they often encounter tropes that signal a decline in originality and quality. Two such tropes are Flanderization and jumping the shark. When these occur, it often indicates that a show has reached a point of creative exhaustion, leading many to perceive it as being on life support. Flanderization refers to the process of exaggerating a single trait of a character over time to the point where it becomes their sole-defining characteristic. In the case of Pawn Stars, this phenomenon became evident as the series evolved. Initially, the cast members had multifaceted personalities. Rick was the knowledgeable and savvy businessman. The old man had a gruff exterior yet was likable. Corey was the ambitious youngster keen to establish his worth, and Chumleys provided comic relief but was competent enough to handle responsibilities in the shop. They were dynamic characters capable of adapting to different situations, which added depth to the show. However, as the show continued, these nuanced portrayals were gradually overshadowed by more one-dimensional representations. Rick's role became solely about being the straight man and tough negotiator. The old man was reduced to a mere grumpy figure. Corey's character development as an up-and-comer plateaued, and Chumley's role was confined strictly to that of a comedic buffoon. This reduction in character complexity led to predictable and scripted interactions, stripping away the spontaneity and realism that initially drew viewers to the show. Alongside the Flanderization of the main cast, the variety of sellers and their items, which once added color and diversity to the episodes, also diminished. The unique stories and personalities of these sellers were a crucial part of the show's appeal in its early days. However, over time, they too became more uniform and less distinctive, contributing further to the show's decline in quality and originality. Jumping the shark is a term used to describe a moment when a television show relies on outlandish or nonsensical plot twists to maintain or boost viewership, often signaling a decline in the show's quality. This concept is particularly relevant to the evolution of Pawn Stars, which initially captivated audiences with its unique blend of historical intrigue and the everyday workings of a pawn shop. In its early seasons, Pawn Stars focused on the fascinating historical items brought in by sellers, offering viewers a blend of education and entertainment. The show's appeal lay in the discovery and negotiation of these items, coupled with the personalities of the cast. However, as the series progressed, there was a notable shift in its promotional and narrative focus. Rather than highlighting the historical or rare items that might appear in the shop, the show began to emphasize the antics of its cast members, particularly Chumleys. The advertising and plot lines increasingly revolved around Chumleys' comedic misadventures or the generational conflicts epitomized by the old man's grievances. This shift marked a move away from the educational and historical aspects that initially defined the show, turning instead to cheap gimmicks and exaggerated character dynamics to attract viewers. Moreover, the show began to recycle these gimmicks, leading to a sense of redundancy and predictability. The repeated use of similar plot lines and scenarios, the constant jumping of the same shark, resulted in a loss of originality and authenticity. What might have once been entertaining became tedious, as the same types of conflicts and jokes were replayed in different episodes without significant variation or development. Chumley's encounters with the law. Chumleys, affectionately known as the lovable but somewhat inept member of the Pawn Stars cast, experienced a dramatic and troubling fall from grace. His public image, previously characterized by his humorous and often naive demeanor on the show, was drastically altered by a serious legal incident. In March, Chumley's home was the subject of a police raid, an event triggered by allegations of sexual assault made by a former pawnshop employee. Although these particular charges were eventually dropped due to insufficient evidence, what the authorities discovered at his residence was startling and painted a very different picture of the TV personality. The raid uncovered significant quantities of illegal substances, including marijuana and methamphetamine, alongside drug paraphernalia. The amounts were so substantial that they raised suspicions of Chumley being involved in drug dealing. In addition to the drugs, the police seized 12 firearms, out of which only 4 were registered in his name. The discovery of a room dubbed the Chum Chum Room, complete with a dance pole and traces of white powder on various items, added to the shocking revelations. Following these discoveries, Chumley faced serious legal consequences. He was arrested and charged with multiple drug and weapon offenses, a situation that starkly contrasted with his previously whimsical public persona. In May, he reached a plea deal, which resulted in him avoiding prison time in exchange for a 3-year probation period. This scandal had a significant impact on both Chumley's image and potentially the future of Pawn Stars. The History Channel, however, remained notably silent on the matter, raising questions about how the show would address or incorporate this development. The uncertainty surrounding Chumley's return to the show, combined with rumors of Rick potentially reducing his involvement, brought into question the future composition of the show's cast. These events and changes underscored a period of transition and controversy for Pawn Stars, impacting not just the individuals involved, but also the show's dynamic and its perception among fans. The possibility of the 2 most recognized faces of the show, Chumley and Rick, stepping back or altering their roles, hinted at a potentially significant shift in the series' direction and appeal. Rick's enthusiasm is waning. The journey of Pawn Stars, from an uncertain venture to one of TV's most successful shows, is a remarkable story, largely centered around its main host, Rick Harrison. Rick's initial view of the show was pragmatic and modest. He saw it as an opportunity for free publicity that would potentially boost business for the pawn shop. His expectations were grounded. He recalls the skepticism surrounding the show's premise, summarizing it as a show about 4 fat guys in a pawn shop. not exactly a recipe for mainstream success in his eyes. Yet the show defied these humble expectations, quickly garnering a substantial viewership and fan base. The success of Pawn Stars was a surprise, even to Rick himself. His initial aspirations were modest, maybe a season or two to raise the shop's profile. The reality, however, far exceeded these expectations. The show didn't just succeed, it became a cultural phenomenon. But with this success came an unanticipated level of commitment and pressure. After 7 years, the toll of this demanding schedule began to manifest as burnout for Rick. By 2015, he expressed a desire to significantly reduce his involvement in both the pawn shop and the show. He spoke of promises made to his wife to slow down, acknowledging the unsustainable nature of working 12-hour days continuously. Rick's potential step back from the show raised questions about its future. Speculation suggested that Corey and Chumley might step up to lead the show. However, this transition was complicated by Chumley's legal troubles, casting doubt on the feasibility of such a change without Rick's steady and familiar presence. The show's impact is negatively influencing actual business operations. The meteoric rise of Pawn Stars brought unforeseen consequences for its foundational element, the gold and silver pawn shop. This real-life business, once the core of the show's appeal, has found itself grappling with the challenges posed by its TV fame. Travis Benton, the shop's general manager, has shed light on the practical difficulties that have emerged as a direct result of the show's success. A primary issue is the unpredictable filming schedule, which disrupts the shop's core activities of buying and selling. Filming for television requires a controlled environment, often necessitating the temporary closure of the shop or sections of it. This can interrupt normal business operations, making it challenging to serve regular customers and conduct day-to-day transactions efficiently. Moreover, the popularity of Pawn Stars has transformed the gold and silver pawn shop into a tourist attraction, drawing thousands of visitors daily. While this influx of tourists certainly boosts the shop's visibility and brings a certain level of foot traffic, it also creates an imbalance. The sheer volume of visitors, most of whom are more interested in the spectacle of the show than in conducting actual pawn transactions, overwhelms the shop. Regular customers, those there for genuine pawn dealings, find themselves vastly outnumbered. This not only affects the customer experience, but also potentially reduces the shop's ability to engage in its primary business of buying and selling. The impact of filming on business operations extends to the shop's staff as well. When filming is underway, customers not involved in the show are often asked to leave, further diminishing the shop's ability to conduct regular business. This can lead to a decrease in sales and, consequently, a reduction in commissions for employees. The staff, whose income partly relies on sales, find themselves facing financial implications due to the altered business environment created by the show's filming requirements. The influence of Pawn Stars extends beyond the gold and silver pawn shop, impacting other business ventures associated with the show's cast, particularly Rick Harrison. In October 2015, leveraging the show's success, Rick opened Pawn Plaza, a shopping area near the pawn shop, envisioned as a bustling commercial hub. However, this venture has faced significant challenges, highlighting the limits of the show's success in translating to other business endeavors. Pawn Plaza initially promised a lot, with the association with Rick Harrison and Pawn Stars expected to draw crowds and boost business. However, the reality has been markedly different. Several of the original tenants, especially restaurants, have struggled to survive. 4 different eateries have closed down and others are barely managing to stay afloat. This indicates a discrepancy between the expectations set by the association with the popular TV show and the actual business traffic generated. One critical issue raised by the tenants is the perceived lack of promotional support from Rick Harrison. They expected that being part of a venture tied to a television celebrity and a popular show would naturally attract customers. However, the anticipated promotion and consequent foot traffic did not materialize as expected. Business owners in the Plaza expressed disappointment, feeling that the grand visions for Plaza did not align with the reality of their experience. This situation illustrates a crucial aspect of leveraging television fame for business ventures. The success of a TV show like Pawn Stars does not automatically guarantee the success of related commercial projects. The appeal of the show is primarily entertainment, and this does not necessarily translate into effective promotion or support for diverse businesses like restaurants in a shopping plaza. The challenges faced by Pawn Plaza suggest that the allure of Pawn Stars has its limits, especially when it comes to extending its success to other unrelated business ventures. The host offers unasked-for remarks that are discriminatory against transgender individuals. The transgender bathroom debate, a highly sensitive and complex social issue, often sees various public figures, including minor celebrities, weighing in with their opinions. Rick Harrison, the main figure from Pawn Stars, found himself embroiled in this controversy, albeit somewhat unexpectedly. Initially, Rick was asked about his views on being a conservative, a question unrelated to the transgender bathroom debate. However, he chose to steer the conversation towards this contentious topic. His comments reflected a common argument in the debate: the concern that allowing transgender women to use women's restrooms could be exploited by bad men who might harm young women. This perspective, while shared by some, has been criticized for perpetuating misconceptions about transgender individuals and for overlooking the actual risks and challenges they face in society. Rick's stance brings to light a couple of critical issues. First, it underscores the sensitivity and complexity of the transgender bathroom debate, a topic that encompasses a range of social, legal, and ethical considerations. The debate often involves balancing the rights and safety of transgender individuals with public concerns, some of which are based on misconceptions or misinformation. Secondly, Rick's unsolicited foray into this debate raises questions about the role and impact of celebrity opinions on public discourse. As a public figure known primarily for a TV show about valuing antiques, his comments on such a nuanced and unrelated social issue might not only seem out of place but also potentially divisive. The incident highlights how celebrities' opinions, especially when expressed outside their areas of expertise, can influence public perception and debate, for better or worse. A female colleague was dismissed for her online nude appearances. Pawn Stars, like many other shows, has faced its share of controversies, one of which notably centered around issues of sexism and employment practices. This particular controversy involved Olivia Black, a former employee of the gold and silver pawn shop, which is featured on the show. Black's dismissal from the show, but not from the pawn shop itself, sparked significant debate and legal action, highlighting broader issues of discrimination and workplace ethics in the entertainment industry. The crux of the controversy lay in the reason for Black's firing from the television show. It was revealed that she had previously worked in the adult entertainment industry. This past employment became a point of contention, leading to her dismissal from Pawn Stars, despite the irony that the show's name itself is a play on the word porn stars. The decision to fire Black because of her past in adult entertainment was seen by many as a clear instance of discrimination, particularly since her past work had no direct bearing on her role in the pawn shop or on the show. Black's response to her dismissal was to take legal action against the show, citing discrimination as the basis for her lawsuit. Her initial intention was to be reinstated on the show, as she continued to work at the pawn shop despite being removed from the televised aspect of the business. This distinction between her employment at the shop and her presence on the show added a layer of complexity to the situation. However, as the case progressed, Black ultimately decided that returning to the show was not worth the effort. She chose instead to resume her career in modeling, effectively closing the chapter on her involvement with Pawn Stars. This decision, while personal, also served as a critique of the show's handling of the situation and its perceived cultural and social attitudes. The specialists demonstrate incompetence. Pawn Stars has long been known for its use of various experts who authenticate and appraise items brought into the gold and silver pawn shop. These experts have been a crucial part of the show's appeal, lending credibility and a sense of drama to the proceedings. However, several of these experts have been embroiled in controversies and scandals, casting a shadow over their credibility and, by extension, the show itself. One such case involves Johnny Jimenez Jr., a toy expert frequently featured on the show. In 2015, Jimenez found himself in legal trouble following an incident of domestic violence. He was arrested for battery after being caught on camera allegedly assaulting his girlfriend, an act that starkly contrasts with the professional image portrayed on Pawn Stars. Another expert who faced criticism is John Resnikoff, an autograph authenticator. In a 2011 episode, Resnikoff misidentified the signature on a script of The Godfather, attributing it to actor Al Pacino when it actually belonged to producer Al Ruddy. This error, although seemingly minor, raises questions about the reliability of the experts featured on the show and the authenticity of their appraisals. Drew Max, another authentication expert from Pawn Stars, became embroiled in a significant controversy in 2015. Max was involved in a lawsuit in New Jersey, where he was accused of authenticating fraudulent sports memorabilia. The items in question had been seized by authorities and auctioned off, with many being phonies. Max's alleged role in fixing the authenticity of these items led to a lawsuit in August 2016, where he was accused of massive fraud. The lawsuit claimed that Max used his fame from Pawn Stars to enhance his credibility in the memorabilia business, thereby misleading buyers. These scandals involving the show's experts have raised significant concerns about the overall integrity of Pawn Stars. The credibility of the experts is crucial to the show's format, as they are relied upon to provide authoritative evaluations of the items featured. When these experts are found to be involved in illegal activities or professional misjudgments, it not only tarnishes their reputations, but also casts doubt on the legitimacy of the show's appraisals. Furthermore, these controversies contribute to a growing public skepticism about the show. With each scandal, the show risks becoming less of a credible source of entertainment and more of a background filler, potentially leading to its eventual replacement by other shows. These incidents prompt questions about the future of Pawn Stars and whether the public's trust in the show can be sustained amidst the controversies surrounding its associated experts. What do you think about the reasons why Pawn Stars had to stop? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.